Um, they are running their stuff. They're doing a terrific job of doing what they do. I mean, they play a style and they play it well. They're playing hard, they're pressing, they're denying, they're pushing up on defense, they're trapping randomly at times, they're trapping pick and rolls, they're being very, very aggressive.
We complained before about the timing of this event, but is it one of those early tests that you think this can mean a lot for this team?
Well, we're in a little different position than I've been in the past, where you've got a brand new team and you're trying to just get your team together. This team needs to be challenged to see where we are, and this is going to be one of those kind of games. So, you know, Kansas, they're always well coached. They're always going to play hard. They're always going to be physical and get that ball inside. And you know what they do really, really well.
Cal, how would you compare the caliber of competition Kansas presents as opposed to what you face so far?
Well, everybody has the same kind of schedules. You play games that you get at home, and then you start playing these kind of games. Some people play them early. You know, I'm hearing Texas is really playing well. I'm hearing UCLA is really good. Obviously, Louisville's playing well. North Carolina, Kansas. I mean, Providence. We have a tough schedule. So our thing is kind of spread throughout the whole preseason. But you know, this is the next step. They're a top 5 team. They're predicted to be in the Final Four. I mean, they're that good. And you know, if we play like we did in the first half, last game, we'll get smashed. If we play like we did in the second half, we got a chance, because you're going to have to fight on every possession.
Do you like the fact that on a day where they kind of come out flat, they are able to, at some point in the game, flip the switch and play the sort of dominant style that you would expect?
I don't know if it's flat in that we were a little disconnected. We're going to work on that today. There were some things that I think we can do to get them to better understand things, especially offensively. The energy thing, that's on them. And it's not like they didn't come to play. It's that the other team came like a pack of hungry dogs. Well, then you can't just say, well, this is good enough. And we're learning that. We play with great energy and we match the other team or go beyond the other team. We're long, we're athletic, you know, but if they're blowing us out of the water with their energy, it's going to look like it did, and it doesn't matter who we play.
What do you mean by disconnected offensively?
We just didn't create good shots for each other. That's why we shot such a low percentage. We didn't get easy baskets. We didn't, you know, we were just disconnected. But that's fine. We should be. It's November 16th.
Trey, you know, how much of that is a product, John, of Buffalo making it a half-court game where you guys didn't get the transition stuff that you used to?
No, it's perfect. I wish we played half-court the whole game. We would have probably shot a bigger percentage, because we executed in the half-court. Well, we made mistakes were when we played fast and the decision-making we made. Or we just went pick and roll. When we ran our half-court offense, matter of fact, we were really good. When I watched the tape, I said, shoot, maybe this is a grinded-out kind of team.
Trey told us yesterday that this would be a big game. It's one he's circled from the beginning, being an Indianapolis kid. You think that he'll go into that game with more, I don't know.
If he plays well, he'll be the first player that we've taken home in my career that has played well. So it's possible. He could be the first. I'd rather, you know.
What do you need from Carl that maybe you struggled with in those first 2 games?
Well, when we got to get him the ball when he is open. He's got to get the ball in a position where he can score, and he's got to play more to the scheming we're doing on offense or defense, and he's not. He's kind of breaking things off, and like he's the odd man out on a lot of stuff because he hasn't learned that this is 5 guys playing off of each other the same way. If one guy goes south, it's a basket, it's a dunk. Okay, then you show why did you do this. But there was a play that this tells a lot about the kid. There was a play that I really got on him about. It was an out-of-bounds play. And when I watched the tape, he never said one word. Took it. I mean, I killed him, and I killed him for about 8 minutes straight. It wasn't him. It was another guy. He never said a word. He never never threw the other guy under the bus till I watched the tape. And I went up to him and said, it says a lot about who you are. You took it, and it wasn't you. So he's gonna be fine.
If a team comes out and doesn't have a great rhythm, is there a challenge to get it in a 4-minute stretch? Because sometimes you're letting guys play through that and kind of find.
Well, the other team had a great rhythm in the second half and scored 3 baskets. This thing will be decided on the court. You want more minutes, play better. You don't play as well, you're getting less minutes. You don't deserve to play, you won't play. This is about the players. I'm not doing this to be a genius. I've already told you. They all deserve a chance to show what they are. They're going to. Would I love to do this the whole year? Absolutely. But we may not be able to. It'll be decided on the court. If anybody uses this as an excuse, then you won't play. You won't. You will be the guy left out. If anybody enables you to use this as an excuse, you won't play. You know, the USA basketball team played the Olympics, and basically, not one of those players used it as an excuse. They just went out and showed what they could do. Look, you guys are supposed to talk about stuff. So you just do. Just talk and say stuff. It ain't even true, but say it anyway. And then what happens is you got some out there that will say it over and over and over, thinking that makes it true. Bottom line is, I'm doing this for these players. They will decide how this plays out. My hope is that they all play. And they'll all play because they deserve to all play. If some of these guys really stand out, but you can't do it game to game. If you did it after one game, I'd say, okay, here's the 7. If you did it after the second game, here's the 7. You let it play out.